What if there was a way to automatically enroll new students without you having to spend extra time, money, or energy, and you could do it with something that you're probably already going to do every single month anyway? Like if you've wasted money on tactics that are not working to enroll new students into your school or academy, or maybe you just want to prove to a buddy that you can scoop up an extra 5 to 10 students a month with no extra effort, or you're tired of everything being so dang hard to get new students in the door, this video is for you. If you have an extracurricular school or academy, you're going to find this extremely valuable if it's a brick and mortar school or academy, or even an online school or academy, because I'm going to share with you a simple plug and play event you can install into your business every single month that will enroll students like clockwork into your school. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Jennifer Waters. I run a program called 7-Figure Dojo where we help schools build wildly profitable schools that run on autopilot. I've been doing this inside my own brick and mortar school for years, but when I was 18, we were only making $3,000 a month. That was the moment where me, my dad, my mom, we decided to change what we were doing. We invested into mentorship, learned marketing systems, learned enrollment systems, some of which I'm going to share with you in this video. We turned that school from making $3,000 a month into making over $1 million a year in 4.5 years. Fast forward, our school has been making over $1 million a year for the last 15 years. And now I also help schools and academies like yourself. I've helped schools and academies all over the world learn how to do this exact same thing. So I want to share with you a couple of things here. What I find that people do is they try to enroll students with one conversion event. That one conversion event typically is going to be something like a trial or an intro. I don't like trials at all. I only like intros if they are evaluations. If you have not seen my video about how to stop being burned by trials and how to get more people to show up and enroll with evaluations, make sure you tap the link. It's somewhere around here or it's in the description. But typically this is what people do. They try to have one conversion event and they use that one event. Imagine that you were throwing darts, right? You only had one dart that you could throw and it had to hit the bullseye. And you were going to stake your whole business's success on whether or not you could hit the bullseye. You would need to be an expert dart player to hit the bullseye. Or we could do something more fun. We could say, you know what? We might not hit the bullseye, but we could have other lines where we could score points for landing here. We could score points for landing here. And you know what? We could score points for landing here. We've got to have multiple opportunities, multiple darts, and multiple points we can collect on the board besides hitting the bullseye. That is one of the reasons why I recommend having every single month an internal event. Now, this internal event, when you host it inside of your school, you're probably already doing it. A lot of schools and academies are, especially if you're already making like $30,000 a month. You have some sort of internal event. And usually that internal event is a culture, like you're having something for the benefit of your students, not necessarily to gain new students, right? What we want to do instead is we want to still have our culture related event, but we want to also incorporate something so that we can enroll new students too. I talked about this in one of the other videos that I've made, and you might have seen it here on the channel, or if you're watching this as part of a training course, where I talked about how you want to make sure that you have a magnetic marketing triangle. We're doing an internal event every month, we're doing external events, and then we've also got our online sources of traffic. Today, I'm spending time on this internal event because I want you to get this right. And I want to talk about the structure of this event and what you're going to want to do. So imagine that you have your event set up. Typically, most people only ever spend their time on this first section of the event, and they never do the next 2 steps. What is inside that first section? It's a fun event. We plan it. I'm just going to use a parents' night out, but it could be whatever. It could be a seminar, it could be a parents' night out. You plan an absolutely fun and epic event. You've got your outline for it. You know what you're going to do. The people come, they either pay money or they don't pay money, and they leave. But you still have all of this down here that you didn't do, that you could have done, but you just didn't do. So what do we want to do in these other 2 layers of this event? First thing, set appointments with new leads coming in. Third, make money from the enrollments we get from the appointments we set. If I want appointments from leads and enrollments from the appointments, there's something critical I must do. I can no longer promote this as just a fun, epic event for my students. I have to promote it so that my students recognize it's a fun and epic event for them, but they also should be generating and bringing in leads. A couple of ways that you can do this. First way is just say, hey, invite a friend. If you're just getting started, that's the simplest way, is you just tell everybody, look, you're going to have this great event. We want you to invite a friend. Now, you'll get minimal results with this. You will get people to show up, but not a lot. And that's why a lot of people give up on this, is because they go, well, I tried that. I tried to get them to come and they just didn't bring anybody. Inviting a friend, that's step one. Something that works really well, though, is to have some sort of contest. If I say, hey guys, we're going to have a contest, and the person who can invite the most amount of friends is going to get whatever. Maybe you want to do a drawing. Everybody who invites a friend is going to get X amount of tickets, and then we're going to hold a drawing for whatever. This is a really great way to incentivize people to bring friends with them. Another thing that we can do is we can have an open event. So we're still going to do these things like, hey, bring a friend, there's a contest or a drawing. But this open event means we're going to publicize this event to the community. So we may run ads around this specific event that we're hosting. For example, in my school, we've hosted trunk or treat events. Now, the trunk or treat is for our students to have fun. They can do their trunk or treating, dress up. But it's also so we can publicize it as a community event, and we can generate leads that we wouldn't typically generate. And so we would run ads specifically announcing this event and getting people to show up for that event. So this is what we need to do on the promotion side. We need to do this. But what about the appointments? Because let's say you get all these people to show up and they come to your event, but they walk out the door. What is it that you're missing? Well, you're probably missing this part of the process. So I'm going to call this appointment setting. So the first thing that we got to do is we need to sign them in. When we sign them in, we're going to welcome them in. We're going to say, hello, great to see you. And then we're going to try to be proactive. And what we're going to do is we're going to let them know that a lot of people coming are interested in our regular classes. We're going to set an appointment for our evaluation. Hey, moms, we've had a lot of people asking about our regular classes, so we're going to have a free evaluation. We're evaluating your child to see if they're a great fit for our program and if we can help them with XYZ. And then we're going to do post-appointment setting. Post-appointment setting is at the end of the event. We are going to try to set appointments for anybody who didn't do it at the beginning of the event. I like the post-appointment setting, especially if you have a small team, because you probably have a team to sign people in, and then they're going to run the event. And then at the end, you can sweep up anybody else. Is it okay if I give you like a power tip though? Is that cool? You need what we call a spiderweb at the end. The spiderweb is going to be how you're going to catch people before they leave. Think about it when a movie is over. What do everybody do? Everybody gets up, they leave. Unless you know that there's something after the credits. So we need to have something that's after the credits, something that's going to get them to stick around. That could be something as simple as a snack, right? You give all the kids a snack, they stay. This gives you time to go talk to the parents. Now, enrollment. How do we ultimately get more enrollments? Well, we need to set the appointment soon. There's been times where I've had events that ran really well. We've set a bunch of appointments, but because we set so many appointments and we didn't have enough evaluation times, those appointments got set for weeks out. Those people never showed. The pizzazz, the energy, all of that, it faded. So we need to set the appointment between 1 to 3 days. If you're going past 3 days, people are not going to show up. So we want to set that appointment soon. We want to pre-frame the enrollment. So we're going to let them know, because you came to this event, you're going to get a discount, exclusive access, but we're going to pre-frame the enrollment conversation. And we're going to say, look, we're going to be talking about getting enrolled. We want them to sign up at the end. And so if we're doing all these things with our events every single month, we have one of these events, you can scoop up 5, 10, 15 people automatically from things that you're already doing. You're already running these events, okay? So just pick a day or pick a week, promote it to your students, have them invite their friends, incentivize them to bring the friends, then set appointments for those friends that show up, and then get them to enroll. It's as simple as that. If you are interested in getting some help with this ongoing, go to the Jennifer Waters on Instagram and DM me the word students. We'll do an evaluation and figure out what that next step looks like for you. See you in the next one.